All right. I want to take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Jeannie McCarrigan, and I'm the mayor for Scottsbluff. And I want to welcome everyone to the second of 3 town hall meetings that are going to be held to provide education on the proposed Scottsbluff Aquatics facility. If we go to slide 2, we'll talk about the agenda. First is the current state of the aquatics, the status of the current community facilities and community aquatic needs. Second, we'll touch on funding, which is composed of the LB 357 sales tax. Third is the community survey, the results of that survey that was conducted in March of 2022. Fourth is the proposed aquatic center. Based on the funding and the feedback from the survey, we're going to talk about the proposed components and provide you with some renderings. And fifth is public feedback. We're asking you to provide us with some public feedback. Let us know what you would like to see in a proposed aquatic center, and also any input that you may have on other features that we haven't touched on that could be provided as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Conrad Bostrom. Conrad is the Chief Executive Officer for the YMCA.
Thank you, Jeannie. Appreciate everyone coming here today. I think we all are stakeholders in this room that are concerned about the quality of life and the future of aquatics in our community. We're going to talk just briefly about the 3 primary pools in our area. And you have a little more than the primary pools, but because we have gearing in there too. But we'll talk about Westmore and its status. You can read through that. You can see, and then I have some visuals after this that I hope will drive home the point. Gearing City Pool is old. Does anybody know how old the Gearing City Pool? Did we determine that? Is it older than Trinity? Not quite. All right, so close if it's 40-something. So, all right, we have our indoor pool, which was completed in 1987, which is the second pool at our location, by the way. We have our splash arena, which is right next door, and our therapy pool and the therapy pool at Regional West. All of these pools have a finite life left in them. One of them has already passed away, or at least temporarily. And so we really have concerns about what the future is, what the ongoing maintenance costs, what the rebuild costs would be. And now, without further ado, we'll slip down into the first picture. Okay, the first picture is, I want this to emphasize our YMCA pool. It's a little bit like me. It's old, but still very functional, right, Dan? But there are certain things it cannot do and certain things that I cannot do, for instance. But we can never have a competitive meet at our pool. Our pool is too short. It's actually built within the old pool. It actually sits in the core of what it is, the core of the former pool. And we have, since I've been here, I've calculated we've spent about $100,000 on long-term maintenance that is just keeping it open, keeping it going. That's in 5 years. Long-term, it can never be what the community needs in a competitive pool or an aquatics recreation pool. So that's that pool. Then the next one. Go, Jennifer. Click. All right, the next one is the Westmore pool, where it is just simply, and I think this looks a little bit like Liz, is that it's just cost too much. And for the very short period of time that it's open, in a good year, possibly 10 weeks, it's outdoor pool, ongoing maintenance, long-term, is going to increase and become more severe. And so we know that this kind of economic impact cannot be sustained long.